settlement with the credit card company, usually for 40, 50, 60 cents on the dollar. Whatever they settle for, you then have to also pay them a percentage, so they make their money that way. You've settled your debt with the credit card company, and you're off and running. Here's the thing, everybody. When you don't have money, $700 or $800 up front is a lot of money. It's more money than you have, number one. Number two, the credit card companies are willing to settle with you directly.
Okay, we're going to go back to that in a second. Right now I want to show you this little clip from Zeitgeist to kind of show you how the bank and the Federal Reserve works, so you get a little better understanding about that. Then we'll go back to Susie Orman in a second to finish her spiel up, and you can get a better idea of how I did what I did and how you can do what you do, and everyone works out. The banks get paid, you get paid, you get your credit card back. You don't have to be stuck in this hole all the time, and everything's beautiful again.
A number of years ago, the Central Bank of the United States, the Federal Reserve, produced a document entitled Modern Money Mechanics. This publication detailed the institutionalized practice of money creation as utilized by the Federal Reserve and the web of global commercial banks it supports. On the opening page, the document states its objective. The purpose of this booklet is to describe the basic process of money creation in a fractional reserve banking system. It then proceeds to describe this fractional reserve process through various banking terminology, a translation of which goes something like this. The United States government decides it needs some money, so it calls up the Federal Reserve and requests, say, $10 billion. The Fed replies saying, sure, we'll buy $10 billion in government bonds from you. So the government takes some pieces of paper, paints some official-looking designs on them, and calls them treasury bonds. Then it puts a value on these bonds to the sum of $10 billion and sends them over to the Fed. In turn, the people at the Fed draw up a bunch of impressive pieces of paper themselves, only this time calling them Federal Reserve notes, also designating a value of $10 billion to the Fed. The Fed then takes these notes and trades them for the bonds. Once this exchange